And that doesn't work. Well, there you go. Easy. Fix that right up on a chopper. Alright, cool. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to, well, you know, the morning drawing for today. So today we're going to be drawing again. Hopefully, hopefully I will be able to get this thing fixed. So I'm going to be designing the part that will cover up some of the back side of the face, so that we are able to get things done. So I still need to do some repositioning there, but it should be fine. It should be fine later on, so don't worry about it. Anyway, let's get started on this. Ooh. Let's get started on this. Yep. Whoa. So today it's gonna be tough though, because I need to redesign some stuff here. And I broke it again. Goddamn. It's really hard sometimes to get these things done properly, because apparently there is a apparently this thing is a little bit well, not the drawing itself, but this part over here. We need to work around this. So this is the part, and then that's the hand part. Yes. So we need to figure out how we're gonna do this. We want to have like this effect on this face, but how? I think one thing is for sure, we need to get this this needs to be downwards. I think this part needs to be downwards. Don't mind me if I just pick up the right pencil. There you go. Subtract black. So we want this to be here, out here, and then go over across that, like that, and then like this. Is that a good way? Yeah, that's good. Then we need to move this part, we need to move this part. Well, we need to move it like this. So if this is the back of it, it should be like this, so that we have piercing out and then get that. Yes, alright, cool. That's fixed. The main issue is here how I want to present this, so I need to get this onto a word. This is actually one of the hardest parts to do. Most likely the hardest part because of the amount of stuff I need to fix. So I want this to be like, an effect. Yes, true. But how do I want to have this effect? How do I want to do this? How do I want to have, like, do I want to go for like a line segment like this, like lines, and be like this? So we have like these lines drawn in. Of course, if we have only lines, it won't work because the amount of stuff we need to deal with. But we can go for this kind of approach, I guess. And it does create some stuff. It does create some cool effects. Alright. Then the quick question is like, how are we gonna do it? Because we know that this is the effect that we want to go for. Yes. But then it's like, how are we gonna fill this up? because that's the main idea. Like you want to have you want to create this cool looking effect. Well, how are you gonna do it? How are you gonna make it look like it is awesome? So yeah, probably gonna be working around with certain types of ideas. Um, so that's the first thing we're gonna go for. And this always creates a lot of trouble because of the amount of stuff we need to do, and a lot of, thinking, designing. I want to design something here and I want to have it like, be designed like it was made for this. Like I want this to be designed like that it is like this effect that uh, colors in, well, gives the big giant haircut, well, this thing here, a little bit more better feeling to it. Also, it will create the effect of, being more round. So yeah, that's the idea at least. So hopefully we are able to get to it. Of course, this is not the final moment. This is just, sketching on like how do I want this how do I want these drools to impact the well, the big honeycomb? How do you say that one? The cane? Probably. Big giant cane. Come. Honeycomb. Do you know when you have like these big giant roosters? Like they have like this big giant plume. Ah, there you go. This plume effect that I want to create on the back. But yeah, I want to create that effect, but not cause too much trouble. Alright, so we have now this, and now we're gonna put that on a little bit more of a downward spike. So how do we want this? I think we want to have like this kind of approach, like tiny little. Do we want that kind of approach, or do we want to have like a more nicer approach on these things? We can go for Predator Dreadlogs. I don't know if that looks cool. At least something is missing. Yes, definitely. Something is definitely missing because of the amount of stuff is done. So we need to move this downwards because it looks like it doesn't feel like, it's too thick. So we want this dreadlock effect, but we don't wanna cause too much trouble. Looks like we're gonna need more stuff over here. So what we can do is this, but that doesn't make any sense. We actually want it to move like so, and then we need to actually extend these things. Oh, lovely. Alright, well, I'm gonna do that later. So we can go for the dreadlock. We can go for the dreadlock approach, but I don't want to go for fully dreadlock approach. I actually want to also have like this feeling of that these things are on the mask itself. So how do we do that? Well, we could. I know that's cool, but we could go for this kind of approach. So it's not fully feathers, but it is like, big giant plume implementing with these kind of things, and then go for like this kind of approach. Maybe. So it's like a feathery appearance to it. Or well, leafy appearance. leafy appearance. Doesn't matter that much, but it does create a cool effect. It doesn't create this empty effect that is constantly visible. So we want this. We definitely want such a kind of approach. Alright. Does that look better? Well, that looks indeed better, but then I need to actually implement more lengthier stuff. So these things need to be longer. Sometimes they need to be longer, sometimes they need to be shorter. Depends on which where I need to place them, by the looks of it. I need to remove this to get better approach upon this. Yeah, thank you. So since that we're now going for this kind of approach, we have like a sketchy look to it. It does create a cool effect though. I must say myself that this is actually quite a cool effect. Not the fully effect I assume I wanted, but it is a decent effect nonetheless. Especially since it is like a big giant, you know, comb of itself. But it's not a comb. It's like more like a hoodie. Yeah, a hoodie. So we have this kind of approach, which is true. This is decent. This is doable. So we have this kind of approach. Now, what do we want? We have like this kind of approach now on the face, but we don't want to have like this is wrong. The bottom ones. These are wrong. So we don't want to have this effect in the back. We don't want to have this effect in the back. We want to have like we have a skull, so therefore, you know, it should be like this. Should not be. No, I should have moved with the effect on. And then I can go for like this kind of approach, maybe, because we don't wanna have like the approach be done. I actually want to have like this kind of move that we are like, you know, putting it up but not fully, so we have like this and then move downwards. So these things don't have like big leaves, these ones are tiny. Alright. That would work. That actually would work definitely. The main problem here is that, you know, it's a little bit difficult. But, and I forgot something. Oops. Don't mind me if I just make sure. All right, it's all done. All right, go. Ah, I thought I forgot it, but no. All right, so now we have this approach. We have this kind of effect that we want. Yes, that's the effect I want. I actually want to have like this kind of approach, so that we have like this kind of approach. We want this face. We want this face to have like this helmet effect to it. All right. So this is the line that I need to draw. This is the stuff we need. The line effect causes, you know, the happies to be better. So if we then implement that towards it, so we can see like, oh well, the neck is right here. So because the neck is right here, we need to have like, you know, a tiny, yes, a tiny approach upon the. Come on, don't do that. That's evil. So we want to have like this approach. We want to have like this approach that it is like a helmet-looking effect. Well, not supposed to be a helmet-looking effect. It's more like, you know, vegetable, grassy effect that, you know, you have around a mask. But we want to make sure that, you know, it's fully capable. So what we want is like over here. Yeah. All right. So this is the motion that we need to hold upon. So we're gonna go that, put it there. So now if we're moving this, we now need to move it up. So we need to get things up and running correctly. Sorry, but this is like a really difficult thing to do. The main problem I'm facing right now is like, you know, I need to figure out like where do I need to put these things and how do I need to put them. So if we have these grassy like appearances, these effects are everywhere in the on the bottom side and on the top side a little bit. So I want to have like, you know, I can go for like big ones. Maybe that's a better approach. And then go for a little bit smaller ones on this side. So I have like this. Yeah. Then we have like over here we also have them. But these ones need to be like, you know, forming the skull. So these, you know, they're long, but I need to make sure that I have like the right skill on it. So we have like these lines going on. So 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4. So this, and then be like this kind of approach. For fuck's sake. Why is it always happening? Why is it always happening when I try to press buttons? It's always like, oh well, my hand is not fully correctly done, and then ugh. Alright. We can do this. So this is the approach I want. Now I want to actually have like, this needs to be lessened down. This needs to be lessened down because this is like a perspective kind of thing. So we need to have the rounding. Rounding is about here. And then go downwards again. So we have these dreaded line, these dreads go from there. And then do we want to have like dreads on above it? Maybe we can do that as well. So we have like these dreads moving around like this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go for that as well. So these dreads are all, you know, some of them are great, other ones are not, but it's better than the last approach I did. So now like this, yes, like this, not like the other one. Alright. And then I can go for this kind of approach, these things. And then go for this. Yeah. And then go for this. Yes. Alright. Yes, that's much better. And then we have this kind of approach sticking out in the top. So we have this sticking out of it. That's the idea. But where should I place that? So since we have this kind of approach, the obvious placement I want to have it is right underneath the horns, and then get a little bit more, and then get problem is with the horns, the problem is that this place needs to be bold. This place needs to be, you know, smooth backwards. That's the idea. So if I want to move this with that, it should be moving like this. So I should put this then right over here. Not true, but it's then, you know, the face is too big, so it's too wildy. Can I move it like here, and then only have this getting out of it? No, I need to move this downwards then. Yep, I need to move this downwards, and then move it like here, and then have the bottom half removed. So this is then the end result of it, like, you know, the spine ending up right here beneath it. That would work. That would work, but I need to get I need to now get this thing detailed in. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, let's go for 45, yes. Alright, let's try this again. So how do we want to draw this? Do we want to have go for how do we want to go for it, you know? Let's see. Google. Well, fuck my face. Jesus, no. I pressed the wrong button, goddammit. I really hate it when I do that. That's a no bueno. That's a no bueno indeed. Alright. Hold on. I'm back. I pressed the fucking X button. That's not good. Alright, tentacle hair? I think that's the word. No. Octopus hair. There you go. Octopus hair. There you go. That's not what I want. Alright. Yeah, that's better, but that looks horrible. That's an ugly fucking picture. No. Alright, fine. I will go for an octopus tentacle. Let's go for that then. Tentacle. Let's see if I can find that better. That's an octopus tentacle. Alright. Cool. So that's how the tentacle looks like. It's actually quite flexible on these things. So yeah, tentacle. Ah, here you have the texture on it. God dang it. Alright, now tell me, where can I find a good textural, where can I find a good quality texture looking octopus hand? There you go. No. Stock images. Ugh. Ah, this is better. Alright, look at that. That's the thing I want. I don't want to have the tentacle, of course. I don't want to have the tentacle part. That's not what I intended to do. I want to do this. So I wanted to look at this over here, the textures on this thing. That's what we're doing. So to get this correctly, it means that there are little shivers on it, like little dots, but not too many. Alright, cool. But since that we are doing lizards, it means that I need to find a way to do that. So, I think we know how to do that. Like this. Yes, like this. That's the right amount of size, right? Alright, I can do this. I can do this. I am totally in control of this situation. Come on, get a brush. There you go. Alright. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I want to actually work on the other layer, not on this one. Thank you. Alright. Alright. And go downwards. Grab this one right here. Ugh, that's horrible. That's a horrible line drawn. Come on. Alright. Don't want to go for that kind of approach. I could. Does it look good though? Well, it looks good after I'm done with it though. Difficulties. This is sometimes really hard to figure out. Like, oh, what kind of texture do I want to have on these, long tentacle-looking like approaches? Like, I can go for the kind of approach that I want, but is it really worth it? Is it a thing that I want to go for? I know that I want to go for it, but it's a really hard choice to do because it's very difficult for me. Alright, let's see. So, the more stuff we are just, we're trying to invent ourselves, doing stuff here and there, figuring out how to do stuff properly, and then eventually, figuring out things. Just really hard for me to do things like that. That's decent. That's doable. So, since that we have this kind of approach, we need to make sure that this texture is actually quite well done later on. So it needs to be able to not get well. It needs to be able to transist from skills to this kind of approach, to this wood-like feature. But since that we said it was attached to the helmet and not to the skills, we should definitely should put it underneath the skull, so we need to connect it to the skull itself. So I believe we're gonna go for skull kind of approach then? Yeah, probably. Anyway, don't mind if I just, get things up and running here. Oh. This is a very annoying part to do. Because I'm not very good at making dimensions in a drawing, I normally use I'm actually using always double layers. So the amount of stuff that is getting through is not very good. Though most of this will be looking fine afterwards. I just need to get the drawing a little bit opened up. Also, it's a very hard one to do, this one. It's like, we know that this needs to be over here, rounded and all that stuff, so yeah, let's see. Of course, this is probably gonna be taking 2 hours to draw because it's a lot of amount of stuff I need to do. Lots of texturing, lots of figuring out like what and how. Also, it's not fully added. It needs to have like certain types of things like leaves, or because it's a little bit stupid if we have like these how do you say that, wobbly parts, and they don't look like wobbly parts. They look more like stiff rock, strong horns. That's not what we want. We want to have actually wobbly flobbly parts instead of that. So we need to make them look like it. That is also why we have like this kind of approach. Though this kind of approach does create some downsides. Am I sure about it? Yes, it does. It does create some downsides. Why does this thing create downsides? Because of all the stuff that's going on. And I need to implement it, which takes a long time. So, what do we want to actually eventually do with this? So this wobbly flexy hair right here is actually the implementation that we go from. The idea is that once we're having this wobbly expectation, that I'm able to do something with this. That's the idea with it. Of course, probably the idea, probably this spot here needs to be moved up a little bit, so it needs to be over here. I don't know. Do I want to know? Probably don't. I don't want to know it, but I have a feeling that I need to decrease the face a little bit. So I need to put this all under one whole damn map and say it is the face, and then lowering it down to the right amount of size so that we have the face correctly done. Because I have a feeling that this face is too big. Therefore, we need to lower. Therefore, we need to lower the scale down. We need to scale it down, and we need to do it properly. So therefore, we don't want to break things. And if we lower the scale down and we have like the whole damn thing, I believe that is enough for me to get everything done. Now, since we know that, we can now implement Skills. Oh boy. Skills won't cut it, isn't it? No. Skills won't fucking cut this. God dang it. Alright, fine, you win. You freaking win. Ah, Jesus. Ugh. Blech. Blech. Annoying piece of shits. Alright, fine. I'll do it again. Like this, I need. We're just gonna add lots of fucking textures to this and then it would be looking good. The only downside is that this is one of the most annoying piece of shits I ever worked with because of all the stuff that's going on. Let's see. So much stuff I need to do. Ugh. The main problem is that I hate it when I see like that I need to do the progress and I know that I can get to it, but it takes like a long time. And before I can get to the progress, I want to be like, I want to actually be done with this, and then it's like, no, you must follow the rules, otherwise it won't work. And that's the main problem right now. It's like I want to not follow the rules because I want to actually, be quicker with this, but I can't. I just freaking can't. If I would be quicker with it, it won't work. And if it won't work, well, the whole damn thing won't work. I believe I need to do this on 2 different layers, and then I need to do these things in 2 different layers so that I work faster and I don't have to rely on oopsie daisy, I deleted this, and then all the stuff is lost. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point, but then I need to draw do I need to draw these? That's the question. Do I need to draw these here, or can I draw them later on in another wave? Probably. Most likely, yes. How does this look anyway already? Ooh. Yeah, that means I need to draw it like yeah. Alright, cool. Just draw the lines and then draw the texture on it. Just draw the lines, draw the texture on it. I can do this. Nope. Draw the lines, draw the texture upon it. Draw the lines, draw the texture upon it. Fuck's sake. Stop being cross-lined. There you go. Draw a line. Figuring things out is very important, especially these things like how am I gonna approach this problem? How am I gonna do this problem? And then you're gonna figure out like, oh well, I can do this or that or this, and then the best possible outcome is the one that you're gonna use. Therefore, it's very important that you keep consistency in your plans, but I'm a very inconsistent person, especially when it comes to drawing. It's like, especially this part, it's like, I don't like this. I don't like this part here. So I rather want to continue first on this and then work upwards. But I need to draw this thing, for instance. That one looks that one looks good. So I'll keep that one right here. I'll keep that one, and I'll keep the other one as well. So these are good. These are good implementations on how I want to do this. Then I now need to move upwards. So I need to get upwards like this. Of course, this one is a thick one because the amount of stuff we have there. Now we need to move upwards again. So we need to move right here. And that's a natural move. Nice. Then we move upwards again. We need to move upwards again, so that's going to be like this. No. That part here doesn't make sense. That's much better. Now we have, over here we have one. I can move like that. Oh, come on. Yep. There you go. Fix this part because that's way too bubbly. I was holding the alright, so we have that now done. Now we need to get upwards, so we want to go upwards. That is going to be like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there you go. Go like this, go like that, and up you go. Then one goes down again. That's a natural. Control Z. So boop, 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 and then go downwards. Right. And now I have a full look on the skull. Yes. That's more better than the one before that. Yes, that's much better. Because that's the right size, that one is right. This thing, however, needs to be a little bit more better. drawn. Alright, so we have this now. That's much better than the thing that I was expecting it to be. So this spot here is a little bit iffy. There you go. Zooming in, fixing the little bumps. That's important. I just need to take my time on these things. Definitely need to take my time on these things. Definitely. The main issue I always face with these things is like, well, that the for instance here, that the line is sometimes not correct, and well, that does create some issues. Let's see. So does this? No. Where's then the line from this? Where's the line? The dreaded line. Alright, then that's the line that I don't need right now, because I'm working on the I'm working on this. Alright. Boop 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 boop. I need to put this into a different map because I need to add it into a map, into a group, because we are gonna be using this as a whole. Alright, let's see if I make any mistakes here that unloads the ball. This thing here, that's noticeable. Alright. And then that needs to be like this. Yes. So we have this, we have that, we have this, and then we need to have right over here. Now it looks fine. Alright. And then, you know, we have also different looks, but nah, this will be the good start. But so get this thing first done, and then we're gonna get the rest done. I have a feeling that, you know, I have a feeling like I need to add a little bit more to this one. Why do I need to do that? That's because of the drawing itself. Because we have like this long jabber. Alright, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Is it two hooks? Is it too hooky? Yes, it is. And then alright, cool. Now, since we've done that, we need to get stuff done. Doobie doob doob doobie doo. Right here. Oh. Right. Now we need to have a second layer to get the textures on this. So, what we could do is put this into its own face. So we can put this on the skills, we can put this on the mask. I have a feeling that if we put it on its skills, it would work better. So I think I will go for that. So we're gonna work on this. So we're gonna be only working on this. We're not gonna put the outlines. We're gonna be doing the outlines later. Yeah. So if we're gonna go for skills, would that work? Would that give us a better cool looking effect? I should definitely remove the mask for this. Would that give us a better effect? Would that give us a cool looking effect on the creature itself? Probably yes, but then again, if we're gonna go for that, we need to add some more stuff towards it. Let's see. Does that create a cool effect on this? Oh, it does. Huh. Lovely. Alright, that's good to know. That's actually quite nice. Alright. I'm gonna keep it with this. Because we're working on a different layer, we can also always change up, and then we can see what's going on. So we're gonna work on this. I just need to keep in mind that, you know, this is a round object, so we should keep actually highlights on it, but I don't know where. Probably over here, like this, and then put a line up. But that's gonna be doing in by the that's what we're gonna be doing with the color. We're gonna use line up by the colors, and then that will cause enough, well, you know, effects to be done. Alright. Now we're just casually, you know, drawing skills. Not might be the much or the best of skills, definitely not, probably not. But I'm just gonna be casually doing this. Okay, success! Well, Mom is just moving out. She is gonna visit a girlfriend of hers, so that's good. Anyway, let's see. Oh man, that actually looks cool. Alright, cool. That's a decent looking skill progress. That's a decent looking skill there. Sorry, I'm a little bit concentrating here, just to get the skills a little bit done correctly. It's just really hard for me to do sometimes these skills. They take so much time on your hand. That's for sure. Most likely, you know, because well, the skills they are tiny. You need to draw them repeatedly, and you need to draw them separately. Of course, I don't have a brush tool, so I cannot, you know, stamp all these like boop, 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 boop. I could design a stamp tool if I want to. But is it worth it? Is it worth to create a stamp tool that makes the exact same skills all over again, where, you know, that way you don't create you create a pattern that is always the same, and since that you are prone to use that pattern all the time, is that really worth it? Is it really worth it to put the same stuff on the same thing? I know that you're not supposed to have one stamp, you're supposed to have like multiple stamps, but if you put it like that, like, well, we're gonna just use one stamp. Well, why don't you then invent more stamps of the same thing, but a different pattern, and then use them over and over and over again? That would be a good solution. But I think then, since that we have put a lot of work on making those stamps, and well, you need to switch between them every single 2 or 3 seconds, is it then not faster to, you know, just draw it out of the loose hand? Because you know how to do it. If you have your motor skills already know how to draw you know, you already know how to draw things. So you already know how to draw these skills. And if you, well, get used to it, like over here, then, well, I think then that will solve the whole damn problem in total. So since that we are using these kind of tentacles, what kind of stuff can we put on it that makes it more interesting? Because this is not interesting. This is just, you know, simple dirtily tentacles that, you know, Dreadlord tentacles from the Predator. I don't know what kind of monster also has those things. Not a lot. Yeah, the Predator hybrid, but eh. So yeah, the Dreadlock, the Dreadlock, the Dreadlock appearance is, well, you know, a good way to start, and then, you know, move onwards from there. So once we created this whole effect, on the skills, we're gonna look for something that makes this more interesting. Like put something in onto it, like, I don't know, maybe something like this, you know, feathers, and then put them on the tentacles itself. That would actually create a cool effect, definitely. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna first add the tentacles, then add more stuff to it, and then hopefully it's still morning. Oh shibbity. And then, you know, get to the next point. We're gonna casually move upwards, and then, you know, eventually we're hitting the place where we need to be. That's the idea, at least. So yeah, I just need to be aware that I'm not supposed to go too greedy upon, you know, drawing the skills. So we're not supposed to make too large of skills because of all the stuff that we have here. We might have like these big giant tentacles, but these tentacles are like the tentacles that we saw in the octopus. They're like this, so they're not big skilled, so they're not they don't have big skills. Therefore, you know, we should not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to put the tentacle skills. We're not supposed to increase them too much. I still don't know. Oh, sorry, I moved my mic a little bit too bad. I still don't know though if we are able to get this done fully, you know, with all the skill stuff and all that stuff. It will look good. Don't get me wrong, but I need to know, like, what do I do then next? Probably gonna be feathers. Probably gonna be doing that. But yeah, that keeps me thinking. That keeps me moving, and well, you know, drawing stuff does increase my stuff. And the more I do, or well, the more I'm done. You know, the more I do, the better I get at it. And I don't want to, you know, finish this drawing like, I don't know, in a rush. Because if I would draw this and I would make this into a rush, so I would, you know, rush a lot of stuff, it will look very, very bad. And that's not what we want. We actually want to make sure that this thing looks beautiful. You know, it's supposed to be, you know, a drawing from back of 5 years or 10 years old, and then, you know, it needs to be reborn. You're not supposed to be reborn as a skeleton of its former self. Hell no. Hell fucking no. That's a thing that I will refuse. I don't want to see something happening to my beloved thing and then see it ruin into shatter, into the abyss. No, hell no. So yeah, after this, you know, after the time I'm doing the drawing, of course, I'm gonna take a walk again of, well, you know, of an hour, of 6 miles of walking, because, you know, apparently if you know, stayed at home for like a year doing absolutely nothing, apparently that's bad for you. Huh, Who knew? Doing absolutely nothing makes your body go fully wonkus. Especially if you have I have like a problem with my stomach that has like it produces too much air. So I have like air in my stomach and that really hurts. And apparently, it has been adding up a lot of problems later on because of the how do you say that? Because I was like too focused on doing nothing, you know, I totally ignore the fact that I should do, fitness and all that stuff. Why should I do it? Well, because I'm a little bit, how do you say, uh, well, ignorant upon that. And apparently I need to do some sports. So I was like, well, why don't I just do walking and then everything will be fixed? Yes. Yes, it would be. The only downside is I need to do 6 miles. So that's 6 kilometers in my place. And 6 kilometers are not too bad. It's not that bad, but it is a big giant walk. It is a big giant walk. Gladly, it is always a very nice place to be here. Like, it's always sunny, or it's not at least not raining. But I need to do this to get rid of some stuff. I need to get rid of a lot of things that are caused by the neglection, the neck, uh, me being ignorant. Screw big words. Screw them. Really. Negligible or whatever you call when you denounce something to be happening. You don't think it exists. So why would you think it exists? So yeah, I'm trying to fix that. And to fix that, I need a lot of stuff. One of those stuff is that I need to do sports, and I need to pick up my lifestyle with that. And well, in these types of periods, I really neglected a lot of stuff and a lot of warnings, and I'm now paying the big price here. I am paying the big price for being lazy. Oh well. I am not living I'm not living the dream right now, but once I'm done again, give it a month, give it a month or two, and then everything is gonna be just back into original place. It's like, oh well, what happened? Well, I went back to normal. Ah, well, that's good. Yeah, that would also fix my because I already fixed my tiredness. Apparently, I woke up today at 7 o'clock again. So yeah, my natural sleeping hours are gone. My natural napping hours are gone. That means that I'm now back at full awake at 7 o'clock. So that means that yeah, my biological clock is running again correctly. Which means that I'm far more energetic than before, which also causes, well, my mom being surprised, like, wait, you're up again, or you're up already? I thought you wanted to sleep. And I'm like, yes, yes, indeed. I thought I wanted to sleep, but my body says no. So, that's a thing. So yeah, amount of the amount of stuff getting fixed by just doing regular sports of just walking 6 miles a day really fixes me up, and it really helps, I must say. I'm very happy upon that, and I'm very happy upon everything that I do. I'm a healthy person that really does what he loves to do, and that is actually gaming and drawing. I just need to get things up and fixed. And hopefully, once I'm finally getting able to get a job again, I will be able to do more stuff. So I will be more better in my posture because, I will be under the people and doing stuff again. But I don't think that's gonna be happening for quite a while because, you know, virus is still there and the vaccines are, well, now only distributed among the poor, now among the old people and the people that taking care of them. So I need to wait for 2 months, 3 months before I'm finally there. Yeah, probably. But once I'm there, you know, I will be the guy who's gonna be there. So yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy upon how far I'm already at this thing. It's getting better and better. And we're working pretty hard on this. Definitely. Five. 5 minutes already in 1 hour. Nice. Only 45 minutes to go. Well, that's the timer at least. Then do a walk. Then do drawings again. Then do food. Then do drawings again. And then have a nice little rest. So yeah, I think I'm doing pretty great. I'm having a good schedule. A good schedule says that, you know, about a good schedule always makes sure that you are prepared for doing what you want. And I need to have a rest mind to do some drawings. And to do that, you know, you need to do a walk. And you need to be, you know, in peace with yourself, in peace with your body. And you can't do that once, you know, if you're doing nothing. Because I know that my body is a very nasty combination of problems. One of the problems is if I get overstressed, I get epileptic, well, not seizures, but absences. And once my body is overstressed, it means that I cannot focus at all, and I will be even more stressed. Therefore, my absences will be even more there. So until the threat is gone, I will keep my absences, which is quite annoying. Then I also have, like, you know, my tummy, which is annoying, very problematic, and I have a terrible, how do you say that? Endurance. Yes, I have terrible endurance. So running, or, you know, running is like one of the things that I cannot do. Or doing, you know, push-ups or anything like that. I am like the most fragile fucking noodle there ever is. I'm a big giant noodle who just for once doesn't know how to, you know, do proper sports. So walking is one of the things that I can do. Only downside to walking is, you know, you need to do a long walk before you do the same thing, before you burn the same amount of energy than running. So yeah, that explains why it's 6 miles and not 3. The funny thing is, though, my endurance never ever got higher, because, you know, even though if I train, it would not be higher than normal, because I'm a very fast burning person who comes to burning energy. So I don't store reserve energy. It's very annoying. So once my you know, additional energy is gone, I am exhausted to the max. It's like, well, look at that. I have no energy left. Huh. Well, time to do some eating. And then it's like, no, you cannot do eating because that's a very terrible idea to do. Because, you know, you need to keep up with your normal amount. So in the morning, you're gonna eat 1 bread. In the midday, you're gonna eat 2 bread. And then in the evening, you're gonna eat warm food. All those times, you're gonna be fucking hungry all the time, wanting to have a snack. Regardless of what you do, you have hunger. It's like, I need more food, please. And it gets really ridiculous when you are like, that's a problem. Yes, that's indeed a problem. If you always are hungry, regardless of what you do, and you're not satisfied on your food, then yeah, your tummy is like, well, that's a problem. Because of course your tummy is gonna say, no, I'm full. That's true. That's what my tummy does. But in 1 hour, it's gonna be, hey, I want food again. It's like, what? You just ate. And it's like, no, I need more food. You don't see it. You don't get it. I need more food. And so yeah, the amount of food I consume, if I would not hold myself back, would be at least I think 12 slices of bread a day if I would not uh, hold myself back, which is a lot. And yes, they are even, there's even something on it. So yeah, it's a lot of bread that I'm consuming. If I would not have caused, to say like, no, you cannot have that. That's for tomorrow. We have finances, we have things to worry about like money. So yeah, I'm a very hungry person, and it's a very annoying thing because I cannot do anything about it because of the amount of, well, I cannot do anything about it because of the way of how it works. So yeah, look at that. That looks awesome. Nice. That looks pretty neat. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, cool. Let's continue. So yeah, so yeah, the amount of stuff I need to do to make sure that I'm not eating too much is ridiculous. And I'm always like, forcing myself to say like, I don't need this. I already have I will be I know regardless of, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be hungry anyway, so why should I eat more? And yeah, it keeps myself in check. It keeps my body in check of being like, well, I will never be able to gain weight, but still, being hungry all the time really sucks. It's like I could really use a snack right now, and then it's like, and then you look at the closet and there is nothing. There's absolutely nothing because how my mother does her how do you say that? How my mother does her groceries? Yeah, well, let's say groceries. How my mother goes to the supermarket? She never buys any sweets. So you don't have any sweets in your house. Why? Because they always are consumed. They are easily consumed by anybody in my house. It's either my mother, my father, or me. And she's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this again because I don't want that much wasted money because it will be gone and it will be gone in 1 day. It will not be alive in more than 2 days. So yeah, uh, so we have like this oh, you want to buy sweets? Well, buy it yourself and then eat it up before anybody else can do it. So yeah, but like the greedy son of a bitch I am, I'm like, hell no, I will not buy sweets. How dare I would buy sweets? I don't want to buy sweets. If I buy sweets, that would be horrible. And what would be that? Well, if I buy if I buy sweets, it's always like, I don't need this, and then I don't look at it for like a week because I'm not a sweet eater. I'm not sweet. I don't like eating candy that much. I do like candy. I really love it, but I'm not that person who wants to eat candy because of candy. No. I only want to eat candy on special occasions, like when the how do you say that? How do you say that? How the hell do you say that? Carnival? I think it is a carnival, right? Yeah, it is a carnival in English. We in the Dutch we call it kermis. So it's like, you know, this little theme park in your village. Suddenly arriving. So yeah, that's the thing. So the little theme park that arrives at the village every every time on my sister's birthday. Yes. And that is actually one of the most funniest places to buy some sweets, because you can buy some really good candy there. And that's when I buy candy. I'm not buying candy because I want to buy candy and I want to eat it. No, I want to buy candy when I want to have it and it is really good. I really enjoy the taste of candy, but I don't enjoy it when it's not on a special occasion. I don't think that that's too strange, but yeah, that's how my candy works. I really like candy when I want to celebrate something or when I want to do something. It's quite funny. Back in the day, I actually always went to the theme park, or yeah, to the kermis, I must say myself, and there were these big giant attractions all the time, and I had like I only had like 10 euros to go do stuff. All right. 10 euros to do stuff. Well, you're gonna lose a lot of money really quickly when you want to go into the rides and all that stuff. So what I did was actually quite fun. I always walked there and be like, you know what I actually could do? I could get some food that would last a whole day, and I would be there a whole day. Even though, you know, I would not technically spend any money, I will just be there the whole day and watch anybody else do stuff. And then once, you know, we're at the grapplers, the hooks, you know, the big giant hooks that go down, I would always be like, I could just, you know, eat my candy here and be like, wait for the right moment to, you know, go on the hooks and calculate and tell when, you know, they are able to hook, and then I can calculate like, oh well, look at that, I can now finally hook this thing. Because that's how these things work. They only grab once every 20 times or something like that. And I needed candy for that. I needed some candy that would be able to withstand almost 2 hours of waiting. Well, you know, candy does not last long most of the times. True. If you eat candy, it's gone in a minute. Well, you're wrong. Haha. See, there is some candy that does work. I don't know how you call that in English most of the times, but it is called zoethout in my country. So it's made from the roots of a French tree, which produces caffeine and high amounts of sugar. So these things are like literally technically sugar roots, and they look like wood. So what you do, you chew on them. That's gonna be taking a while to get them finally loosened up, and you have like this wooden taste, this dry wooden taste in your mouth, and you'll be like, and then, you know, once it's too dry, you spit it out like, you know, cool cowboy would be like, ping, you know, into the metal box. So yeah, that, and then you have like the energy of a day. So yeah, those things are really good because you can actually use them for tea and all that stuff, those roots, but I use them to last for a long time because I know that those things last long because I don't eat them. I cannot eat them. I need to chew them, and chewing takes a long time. So yeah, I had this wooden stick near me all the time, waiting for, you know, waiting for the hooks to grab the target, and then Well, wait, you don't call them hooks, you call them cranes. Ugh. My English is bad. My English is so fucking bad. You call them cranes because they look like a crane. They act like a crane. Yes, they are cranes. They're not called hooks. If they would be hooks, then it would be fishing. Oh. Well, don't mind me for making my mistake here. But yeah, those grappling cranes, they really work well if you just wait until the right moment, and then nothing is rigged. So yeah, that's what I normally did on those kermises, and that was actually quite fun. Also, normally when my little sister was also with me, we also went on such some attractions with our parents. It's like always go on the same rides. One was a big giant attraction where you need to uh, have like these obstacles going around and going in circles, and you need to stand up to them, and then at the end there is like this um, big giant belt conveyor belt where you can sit on, and then you go downwards to it, and then you go down like a slide, which is quite cool. So yeah, that was, I think they are called in English, they call Luna Parks, right? I don't know, but I'm quite sure they are. But yeah. So those things, that was actually one of the things that I always loved to do, like riding it like a surfboard. Since that you actually technically need to sit down, but you could technically surf on it. And eventually, it's quite fun to do it. And then you do it like 5 times or 4 times, and then you're like, oh no, I'm 5 euros late. I'm 5 euros gone now. So yeah, that's how those things work. It's like a really, 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 really long. Uh, it really takes a long time before you spend your money. But it all depends on where you're spending it. If you're spending it on the cranes, you're gonna lose a lot of money if you are impatient. If you wanna shoot, well, you're gonna lose your money directly, and then you win something or you lose something. I don't know. Depends on how good you're at shooting those things. Most likely the barrel is a little bit twisted, so you're not supposed to. I would not recommend go always for. I always go for the, how do you say, for the cactuses, because they have like a big giant area, and you can shoot them pretty good. Same goes for the fingers. You can shoot off some people's. Well, you can shoot plastic hands of a stationary target, which are quite easy to hit because it's just finger size, and finger size is easier to hit than a bullseye with those blast guns. So yeah, and you always had like 10. You had like 10. You had 15 shots, and you had 10 fingers. So you needed to take out all fingers with 15 shots, which is doable. I must say myself, that's doable. I did it. I did it sometimes. But let's see, which one is actually the best one to do on the shooting range? I think it is the thief. Yeah, the shark thief are actually the easiest to do because of the size and the amount of stuff you can get. Even the points are really worth it. It's like 15 points for all the shark teeth, and you have like 12 shark teeth, and you have 15 shots. And 15 points are a decent amount. I must say myself, 15 points. Normally, you get only 12 if you shoot the stars, and well, stars are really hard to do sometimes. Anyway, because they are inconsistent on how they break. And that is a thing that you don't want. You don't want to have variables. You want to have pure facts. When you shoot something, you want to know that you hit it. And therefore, you go for the thief because they always go down in one shot. So it's like, boom, headshot, boom, headshot, boom, headshot, reload, boom, headshot, reload, boom, headshot. And, it really feels like, a shooting range when you always hit them on the mark. Sometimes you miss because, you know, your hands are shaky or whatever. So yeah, thankfully I always have a steady aim when it comes to these things. But yeah, the shooting range was also one of my favorite things to go for because I always go for the statues that they gave. Like, they always gave away dragon statues, and I'm like, don't mind if I take those. Those look nice. They look better than the um, wheat emblems and all the other stuff like skulls and gothic horrors and all that stuff. Is like, no, thank you. I don't want that. I actually don't want. Also, I don't want junk, and I want to have something that I can use. So yeah, I went for the old-fashioned, you know, dragons. I had like 3 or something. Because, you know, I don't always go to the shooting range. I also like to do, you know, stuffed animals and all that stuff. That was always fun. And then, you know, give the stuffed animal to the dog. And the dog's like, oh, don't mind if I do. And then be happy about it. But yeah, most of the times we actually went in the and most of the times we went actually in the attractions, like big giant couch that you could sit on that goes like round and round and then goes the other way around, which then, you know, lifts you up like how do you say that? It lifts you up from the upper side, so it's like woo, and then you go back down, and then you are lifted up again, and then you go back down. And sometimes it stops in the middle and then it goes really fast. It was one of my favorite things to go into because it's a really nice thing and it's quite safe. So no need to worry about that. I also remember back in the day when I had like these big when we had these big attractions. One was actually the size of the church near it, and it was like a lip-de-loop attraction. So you're sitting in like a big giant how do you say that one? Lazy co override? No. Hmm. It's like a big giant windmill. Yes. Where you have like you have 2 bars. On both sides you have like a carriage. And those carriages are loosened, so they can like, you know, swing from side to side, or they can even go fully round around. And you're sitting like, you know, a roller coaster. You're sitting tight, and then, you know, you go over the you're going a full 360 degrees loopings. So sometimes you make loopings, sometimes you don't. So once you're going downwards, you make the loop to go upwards again. And that's how it works. So it's like a loop-de-loop. Downwards you go, a loop-de-loop. And then it's going like really fast. It's quite cool because it's actually quite energetic. We also once had a kind of carousel which you could sit in. So you could sit in it, and then eventually, you know, you are lifted up because it goes so fast that you actually um, get pulled to the backside of it. So you get shoved into the cousin into the cuss. No, not in the cuss. The cushions. Hmm. Hmm. Words that I'm missing. You just get shoved in the back of the attraction, and then, you know, you have like almost like this face that just are like, you know, yeah, that kind of approach, which is quite cool. I remember that they also had like a big one of it once, but the best one is still the octopus. Yeah, the octopus is still the funniest one. It's like, you know, these fish that move upwards and downwards, and then, you know, they try to lift you up. It's quite cool. It doesn't do anything much more than that. It's like, you know, go up and down and then goes in circles, so you have like this effect that, it's decent. Anyhow, I think that's a good amount of stuff I did back in the day when, you know, all those things were real things to do, and then, you know, now with this COVID nothing happens because of all the stuff you need to do. Well, COVID shuts down a lot of stuff. I could have been to a Renaissance fair again. I couldn't because somehow, somewhere, somebody decided to fuck a bet. Yep. Probably. That's not true, but probably in my eyes it is. Fucking COVID. Ugh. The worst thing it is, it's unseenable, and that's the problem. Most of the things. It's like, you cannot avoid it by not looking at it. You cannot avoid it by, you don't see it, so therefore. That looks nice. Let's see if it fits with the skull. Nice. That actually looks cool. That actually looks pretty damn amazing. To say the least. What? Yes, I forgot about that. Well, I can still do that. That's actually quite good. Alright, let's see where it is. Ah, there it is. Does that look awesome? Yes, it does. I like it. Nice, 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 nice. That looks actually pretty good. Especially if you zoom out now. It looks actually, it gets better. Yeah, it does. Nice. Alright, let's see how much time we have. 20 minutes left? Alright, don't mind if I take a little bit of water because, my voice is getting a little bit real, and I don't want that to be a problem. Alright, guess who's back? Me. Of course I am back. Alright, cool. So the good news is today the barber is actually coming. So we in our country have like barbers that just come on a fly. We invite them to our homes and then, you know, use that to you know, do stuff. So yeah, I really like that the barber is coming because that means that I can actually do stuff. Also, why is this? No, wait, hold on. Yes, why is this tougher than that, even though it's down? I guess I need to do the coloring then, and then that will be not existing. And that's decent enough. Alright, so what is this? This is the shady bit, right? Yeah. So something is pulled off here. Let's see. Alright, let's do this. And then this one, right? No, this one, yes. Alright, let's continue now. It's quite funny that this is actually working. And I need to now shut down the bottom side of the jar so that I can see stuff. Thank you. And it didn't work. It's on the skull. Alright, fine. Big giant white blips of blooms. Alright. So yeah, we're adding some stuff here, and then hopefully, you know, that will work fine. once we're adding, once we're adding the color to it, it would look way cleaner than this. Anyway, so yeah. So what am I gonna be doing after this? Probably, well, um, I'm gonna be after the walk, I'm gonna be working on another drawing, and then after that, I'm gonna have food, and then I'm gonna be working on another project again. It's a little bit complicated, but it's a good schedule, I guess. It's a decent one. But yeah, I need to make sure that I do have some resting periods though. When? So 12 o'clock. Walking is gonna be from 12 to 1. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna be going for a resting period of from 1 to 2, and then go back to drawing, or do I do that in that day? Or am I gonna go for a resting period at 4 o'clock? Yeah, probably. That also would work. Resting period at 4 o'clock. Anyhow, so yeah. So yeah, let's see. Whew. I have nothing to say anymore. Damn it. I'm stuck in thinking and drawing. No! This is not allowed. I'm not supposed to do this. I'm supposed to go from... I was so good. I had like 1 hour and 20 minutes of talking non-stop. That's decent. Ah, dang it. I wish it would. I wish I had. I wish I had the capability of doing it all the time, like that. Like spontaneously energetic experience of doom. Nah, not doom. Good and energetic spirit of holiness. Yeah, there you go. Anyhow, so what I'm gonna be doing today is just drawing, which is true, and this actually gets pretty good. I'm really happy how far I'm actually improving upon this drawing. It just takes a long time before stuff happens, which is true. Just remove that and then add back up. So yeah, I'm happy how far I'm already getting and how fast I'm getting at things. And hopefully, once this is all done, I will be able to do stuff properly. I mean, really, if I'm doing my stuff, I hope that I will be able to get to the end of it. So yeah. Also, if you want to ever imagine how I draw, well, imagine just a guy sitting on a chair, leaning forwards, leaning on his head on one hand, and then the other hand is drawing. That's exactly how I draw. That's me, just me leaning forwards, looking at the picture, following the pen with utmost accuracy with the eyes. And every single time my eye moves, then my hand begins to draw. So I'm not drawing with my hand, I'm actually drawing with my eyes, which is actually quite amazing. Which means that technically my hand-eye coordination is really high. Yeah. I'm so happy that that is a thing. At least I can play shooters now. Yeah. Call of Duty. Woo! Nah, I don't have a reaction. I'm a terrible person when it comes to reactions because I'm always like dot, dot, dot. Oh, hello there. Deans, didn't see you there. Must have been the wind or something. I'm the worst person when it comes to reactions. Oh, holy man. It's like, reaction. What is your reaction? Well, I didn't like the movie, but it was good enough, I guess. Eh? Yeah, reactions are my not my best of social skills. Holy shit! Like, oh my god, a friend of mine has now a relationship. I'm saying like, good for you. I'm proud of you. It's like, and then the next week you realize like, oh, all right. Did you compliment? Yeah, I guess I did it. I did it. Well done, me. Pat on the back. And that's all you get. I'm not a very nice person when it comes to giving compliments away. It's like if I see something that is odd, then I will notice it for you. But compliments are really hard for me to do because I'm like, I need to have some meaning behind this compliment because it's stupid to give just a compliment because of well done. That's like yeah, probably I'm really trying to do my very best to be nice, but I guess sometimes cannot be nice, especially when I don't get up things like, oh, you should not do that, or somebody is doing something that I don't like, or am I disgusted with. I'm just saying it in your face that I appreciate your opinion, but holy hell, that rule is stupid. And then the person gets mad shit about it, or the person you son of a, oh you little bastard. It's because my hand is tied to the pencil and my pointing finger, my index finger is actually almost on that beautiful button, and well, that button causes a lot of trouble. So yeah, it's annoying. There's nothing more to say than just it's fucking annoying. Because it changes up the color, and you don't want to change up the color. You want to have everything black. You don't want to have green. Because that fucks up everything that you stand for. It fucks up the drawing itself. Because now lines are green. What? Lines are green? Yes, lines are green instead of black. Which is a thing that is quite annoying. Of course I can fix it. It's not that difficult. I just have to press this button and then everything will be back to black. Like, oh no, this is green? Well, I will turn it black now. Boom. Done. But yeah, colors are indeed a problematical issue when it comes to pressing not the button and then everything is pressing. But yeah, gonna get a new sweet ass haircut. Probably gonna break the barber's tools by letting me getting cut. Because holy hell, my hair is not wild, big. Yes, it's big and compact. So it's like a big giant bush. And that bush does not want to be cut. It's like, I have metal hair. Yeah. That's how my hair acts. It's like, I am indestructible, fear me. And then the appliances are like, no, not this guy again. How dare he be existing? He ruined my family already. The last time I met, I crashed. I once had that, the hair was stuck in the cutting tool. Oh, that was annoying. Like the automatic razors. Oh, what are they called? The shaving equipment. Yeah, the shaving equipment. I once had my hair stuck in that. Ugh, it's annoying. So when they have like, I don't know how you call it. We call it a tondeuse. Yeah, because it makes this bzzz noise. So yeah, that's why I call it a tondeuse. But yeah, that thing that thing has like immense cutting power, but it doesn't work sometimes if you have like too thick hair. So most likely the barber is gonna be first, weakening the hair by cutting some of it off already. So it's gonna be like, having the trimmer and then use the tondeuse for the rest of the rest of the thing. Because holy hell, my hair is a nightmare to be cut off. And it grows so quickly. It grows like crops. Yeah, it actually grows like crops. It grows really fast. It is one of the fastest. It's one of the fastest hairs in the land. I believe like in 2 weeks my hair is already back on almost normal size. No, not 2 weeks. 4. Like, yeah, 1 month, and then boom, it's already there. It's like, hello there, I'm back in full strength. Have you missed me? And it's like, no, I have not missed you, but other people maybe. Because my hair is like really fun, because it's like, it's apparently it's curly. I didn't know that I had curly hair. Well, that's because I always kept it short. But it is curly, and the good news with that hair is like it's really fat, so there's a lot of grease in it, so it stays always the same. It's like I can just I can just pull my hair. I can pull my hair with my hand, and it's like staying in that position for a long time without any interference whatsoever. It's like, oh yeah, I have free gel like that. Boom. And if you add gel to it, it's even staying in that position for a really long time. Alright, let me just take a look at this. Alright, that's good. That looks awesome. Awesome. Alright. 50 minutes. Alright, that's good enough for today. That's good enough. Well, let's put back everything on, because nobody likes to see an ugly face. Nobody wants to see an ugly face. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Alright, look at that. Boom, shalaboom, shalabim. Yes. It's getting better and better already. Alright, cool. So, this... So this drawing already looks way better than before because of the amount of stuff. And the drawing looks already cool. I think, by the looks of it, I might even make, these effects around the hair like that. That could also work. But then I need to have this neck. I don't need this line here, but I need some stuff. But anyway, so yeah, we are working now on this, and hopefully, this will end up great looking, and then we're gonna be adding up some stuff here, so that the face looks a little bit different, because I want this to be looking good, so that therefore I want these big giant strokes to be there. All right, that's all for today, and I hope you all have enjoyed, and thanks all for watching. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day, and bye.